to Sportlink, a sport talk show that showcases topical Gambian and international sport news. The main aim is to bring to light the various sporting activities and events in the Gambia and around the world. On the newscast, Gambia's Papa Gassama has been nominated again for the CAF Referee of the Year, and Nigeria has won the Under-23 African Cup of Nations after beating Algeria 2-1 in Dakar. Stay tuned to our interesting interview as we bring you a veteran sport journalist, Mr. Modu Lamin Cham, to take us through the history of the Mayday. And finally, on the viewpoint, Chelsea has sacked their manager, Jose Mourinho. What went wrong? Well, these and many more coming up in the next 15 minutes. I am your presenter, Sira Chor.
My name is William Abraham. I'm the president of Real de Banjul. Please keep watching Sportslink, originally from the Gambia.
Welcome to the news segment, and I am Modu Lamin BI. And we begin with news that the Confederation of African Football has again nominated Gambian referee Bakary Papa Gassama for the End of the Year Referee of the Year award. Gassama, who won the award last year, has been nominated for the third year in a row, and he will face competition from Eric Castaing of Gabon, Gerd Grisha of Egypt, Zambia's Janisi Kazwe, and Alom Nient of Cameroon. The Gambian, who finished second in the 2013 edition, participated in his fourth consecutive Africa Cup of Nations finals in 2015. He was one of 3 referees from Africa selected to officiate at the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil. And Chelsea have sacked manager Jose Mourinho 7 months after he led them to the Premier League title. The 52-year-old Portuguese had been in his second spell at the club, taking charge in June 2013. Chelsea finished 8 points clear last season and won the League Cup, but have lost 9 of their 16 league games so far and are 16th in the table, 1 point above the relegation places. Mourinho's final match was Monday's 2-1 defeat at leaders Leicester City. Pep Guardiola, Gus Hiddink, Brendan Rodgers and Juan de Ramos have all been touted as possible successors. Mourinho only signed a new 4-year contract on 7th August and is Chelsea's most successful manager. He won 3 Premier League titles, 2 of those in his first spell between 2004 and 2007. The Portuguese has also won the FA Cup in 2007 and the League Cup 3 times in 2005, 2007 and 2015. He leaves Chelsea with just a point off the relegation zone and 20 points behind leaders Leicester. And finally, Nigeria beat Algeria 2-1 in Dakar to win the Under-23 Africa Cup of Nations Championship. Nigeria took the lead in the final against Algeria thanks to a 14th-minute penalty from captain Peter Etebo. Just 16 minutes later, Algeria were level when Odugbo Segun Tope scored an own goal. In a frenetic first half, Nigeria took what proved to be a decisive lead as Etebo again struck, this time in open play, to put Nigeria 2-1 up. Algeria missed a key opportunity to draw level in the second half. USM Algiers' Zinedine Ferhat had a penalty saved by Nigeria goalkeeper Daniel Emmanuel in the 68th minute. Nigeria held on to win 2-1 to lift the trophy and take their place in Rio as African champions. South Africa's men, meanwhile, joined the crown champions Nigeria and runners-up Algeria at Rio 2016.
I am Ibrahim Omane, Technical Director of Gambia Football Federation. Please keep watching Sportlink on GRTS.
Here we have Mr. Lamin Cham. Mr. Lamin Cham, I would like you to give us a brief history of Mayday.
Yeah, thanks. Mayday Sports was started in 1991. It was the National Sports Committee. At that time they called them the the Gambia National Olympic and Sports Committee. They initiated the idea and then they formed a committee in the same year which worked on organizing it and putting sports as part of the Mayday rallies. And they brought the idea to the Gambia Workers Union and they embraced it. And then that became the birth of the first Mayday Sports back in 1991. At that time, of course, it was very few companies who took part. The governor then of the central bank at the time mobilized his fellow banks to come on board. The Social Security won the championship, and that time too, the Gambia Commercial and Development Bank had an athlete called Ibrahim Amani. Today is the technical director. He was the best athlete for that maiden edition.
Wow.
So that's what happened. So it became the property of the Gambia National Sports Committee from then on until 2 years ago, obviously, when it became to be organized by the National Sports Council. But it is grown from just a few companies now to 65.
65?
Yes, this year is 65. So you can see how it developed over the years to become the biggest nationally staged sporting event in the country.
Very true. On this platform, Mr. Lamin Cham, I must tell you, I'm impressed, giving us the history of Mayday sports for the benefit of our viewers that do not have the history. People like me, I was novice in it, but thanks to you.
Probably you might not even have been born back in 91. Yeah, but the thing that makes it more popular is the unique features it has. For example, this feature that's called the tug of war, the musical chair in particular, the pillow fight and the Gracie pole, those were very new to Gambians. So when the people turn up and saw those exciting sporting events, people were attracted. So the event became instantly popular. And it grew from strength to strength because companies who have seen the previous edition say, okay, next time I will register my company first. And you know what it does is not just the promotion of comradeship among workers, but it also encourages institutions and companies to focus on development of sports within their institutions. And then of course there's a greater realization now that a healthy mind resides in a healthy body. So physical activity is very important even to the welfare and the efficiency and productivity of a workforce. So the Mayday sports really came to fill that void, and today it is the biggest national sporting event that is really homegrown and home cultivated. And I must tell you that it has also been replicated elsewhere in the world. The Association of National Olympic Committees of Africa, called ANOCA, have come here to look at the Mayday sports, how it is organized, and then it was recommended to the IOC, that's the International Olympic Committee, and they consider it and declare it as a mass sport. It's not easy to get, not every sport gets to become a mass sport under the IOC, but because the Mayday sport is very popular and it's really exciting to everybody, Gambians and foreigners alike, the IOC made it a mass day sport. So you see, this is how Mayday sports is going, and this is how proud Gambians should be about it.
Wow. And I hope you'll be participating in one of the sport programs. I
have been. Back in the days of when I was at the Daily Observer, I used to actually lead the participation of that company into the Mayday sports in the mid-90s. And yes, I remember taking part myself in a few athletics competitions. Now perhaps I'm only good for tug of war, but I have not been given the challenge. I'm waiting for everybody to come and take on me.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Lamin Cham.
Thank you.
My name is Alaji Modunjai, commonly known as Biri Biri. Keep watching SportsLink, originally from the Gambia.
Welcome to this week's edition of Viewpoint right here on SportsLink. I am Lamin Bia and thank you for watching. Viewpoint is a segment that is created to discuss some sporting issues and highlights, and I am joined on the platform by Miss Sirachor and an avid Chelsea fan in Mr. Chris. Welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Welcome. And we'll be discussing about the sacking of Jose Mourinho at Chelsea. The Portuguese has been given the final sack by Roman Abramovich at Chelsea, and he's no more the Chelsea manager. What do you make of the sacking, Mr. Chris?
Well, for me, it was very sad to hear Mourinho as a elderly man, well-experienced coach, and it was really sad. And I can remember 2 months back, they interviewed him when he said, I'm even ready. If they want to sack me, they can sack me. I was really touched on that word. I know he tried. He's a good coach. Yes, he's a good coach.
And Sira, he just signed a 4-year contract in August, and he has become Chelsea's most successful manager. Do you think it was the right time for him to be given the sack?
Well, just to begin with, first of all, he has been the best coach Chelsea has ever had, and would, I presume, ever have as well. Because we understand that he has taken Chelsea to a very high level. And then before, I can remember like back when he was at Chelsea, his first time in Chelsea before he returned, he has, won many trophies for them. And then there he moved to Real Madrid, and he has been doing wonders, and he came back. I think what I think is the voices that, because when he left Real, people were talking. So at times, when people say, or when a lot of people are talking, it used to have a bad effect on you. So I think it's some, words that are on him. But despite all odds, he has been the best and would forever be the best.
Chris, Chelsea lost 2-1 against Leicester on Monday. Do you think that was the final decision making from Mr. Abramovich?
Yeah, for me, if I were in the shoe, I would have give him more chance because he's a elderly man, like I said earlier on. He's a good man for me. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Yeah, just to come in, maybe it might be he was not really given the sack. He decided to leave because, quoting from the interview that he said, Mourinho was disappointed with the team's performance, despite the fact that he has tactics been late.
And
but
even on Monday, he said he felt betrayed by some of his players.
You see? And he himself wanted to leave. So actually, it might have been a make-up from the headlines of the journalists that do their thing that he was sacked. It might have been him who does not want to be the coach anymore. But then for him to be given the sack, that doesn't make him any less of a good coach because he is the best.
Well, anyway, Mourinho is gone, and possibly there may be a third time coming for him at Chelsea, who knows. But Mr. Mourinho, if you're watching, be sure to know that the Gambia has a vacant coaching job, and possibly you might be invited over. Anyway, the final topic of discussion will be Bakary Papa Gassama, being nominated again for the CAF Referee of the Year award. What do you make out of the nomination?
Well, it's not a surprise to me because Papa Gassama is the best Gambia has to offer. He has really worked hard towards it. He deserved it. It's something that he deserved. And then him getting nominated for the second time, I guess it would happen for the third time and for the fifth time. So he deserved it. He is the best. And then congrats. Gambia is proud of you, Papa Gassama. Really.
Chris, he won the award last year. You think he'll win it again?
Yeah, I think he's a good referee. He'll win it.
Yeah, sure. I agree with you because he has the qualities. And he is the one that we would be proud of as Gambians because we really have such people, representing Gambia. So if he is there wholeheartedly for the Gambia, we applaud him and I know he would win it.
So go Papa, that's a word from everyone in the Gambia and hopefully you win the prestigious award in January. From me, myself and Mudlami BI and Mr. Rachor and Mr. Chris, thank you very much for watching. See you next week. Goodbye.
Welcome back. Well, it seems that's all the time we have today, but join us again next week for more updates. For a repetition of the show, you can check us out on YouTube. Our hashtag is Affinity TV. On behalf of the entire Sportlink production, have a wonderful Saturday.